friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you some budget-friendly fall DIYs. This video is also in collaboration with these wonderful friends. I will give you more details in a little bit. Let's go ahead and start crafting. Okay, for DIY number one, I'm using this embroidery hoop. It is a plastic one, inner part, and I'm using just printed out book pages. If you have a book that you want to use, you can certainly do that. Okay, I traced out the circle, and then when I cut it out, I am gonna go ahead and start distressing, or actually painting, this embroidery hoop. I'm using this Waverly Antique Wax and a chippy brush from the Dollar Tree, and I will just distress it so it looks like a wood. It already had a white base, so it really turned out like it was made out of wood. I will just use a Mod Podge to seal it, and after that I will go ahead and flip it over, and I will also flip over the pages, and I will just hot glue it on the back side of this embroidery hoop. Okay, when this part is done, this is how it looks like. Now I'm going to take this fall grass from the Dollar Tree, and I will cut out 3 picks, one a little bit longer, one a little bit smaller than that, and one smallest one. So just 3 different length. After I had all 3 of them, I will arrange them. So the longest one in the middle and these 2 shorter ones on the side. And I will take a jute one and I will wrap it on the end and secure it with a hot glue. And that way they will stay together. Next, I will attach them with a hot glue on the top rim of this embroidery hoop, just like I'm showing over here. Okay, when this part is done, I'm taking this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, the striped ribbon, and I will create 2 loops, one smaller and one bigger one, and I will cut off the excess, and I will just add a hot glue in the middle to make sure it is all nice and secure, so in between each layer. When I was done with this part, this is what I was left with. And now I'm going to take the jute twine and I will just wrap it in the middle several times. And then I will go ahead and flip it over and I will secure the tails with the hot glue. And that way my bow is done. The only thing left to do is to attach it to the top of this bunch on the top of this embroidery hoop, and then I flipped it over and I added more jute twine on the back, creating hanger. And with that, this project is complete. Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh, I really love this. I think it's super cute. It's beautiful hanging you know, on the door or on the wall, or you can just leave it without a hanger and just put it on your shelf. I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous, but as always, I would love to hear what do you guys think about this project. Okay, let's talk about this collaboration. This is a fall collaboration. A group of these friends get together once a month with a different co-host. The person that organized all this and get us all together is Liana over at Liana DIY channel. I personally love her channel, love her personality. She is such a kind, sweet person and has such a soft voice. She is also a master at creating miniature projects. I absolutely love it. You have to go ahead and check her out. Now, the co-host for this month is Kat over at According to Kat. She is a wonderful crafter. She's a teacher. She always has some amazing ideas and great projects. So I encourage you to go ahead and check her out as well. I'm going to have all the channels linked in the description box. Now, other friends that are playing along are Amber from DIY with Amber, then Daisy from Daisy DIYs, then Lisa Birmingham, then next one is Lori Bly DIY, and me, of course. So I'm going to have the playlist in the description box. Go ahead and check it out. I'm sure everybody will create some great projects with great ideas for you guys. Okay, DIY number 2. I have this mini pumpkin that came from the Dollar Tree. And first thing, I'm just going to take this thing that it was wrapped around with. It was just easy to take off, honestly. Okay, so after I was done taking everything off, I was left with two pieces. So I'm going to use only one. And the first thing I will do, just cut off all those little pokey things on the side. Okay, this is how it looks like when I cut everything off. I'm going to take this rope that I got at Hobby Lobby and I will start wrapping it. First, I'm starting with the outer rims, and I will just add a little bit of hot glue at the beginning for the first one or two loops, just to make sure everything is secured, and then I will start wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. Now you see over here there's a lot of those lines going everywhere, so I just had to skip a little bit and make sure to secure it wherever it's necessary. So this is how it looks like after I was done with just one little part, and I will do all the way around. First the rim, and this is how it looks like. So after that, I'm going to start with the top part of this pumpkin. So again, first securing at the beginning of it, and then just start wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. Yes, this took me a little bit of time. I don't even know how much time, but you just turn on your favorite show or music or podcast and just wrapping and wrapping. Okay, so after this was done, this is how it looks like. Most of the inner parts are done, and I'm just going to do the ones that are going horizontally now, and the bottom one as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you over here when it comes to those parts where they're meeting together, the horizontal and vertical lines. I'm just crisscrossing it, making sure I, pushing it, or actually pulling it tightly, and I just add hot glue wherever it's necessary, and this is how it looks like. And after that, I'm just continuing wrapping it. So that's the way I found it was the easiest way to do it. And when it was done, this is how it looks like. So cute already. Okay, now I'm taking nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. First I thought I'm going to just wrap it around, but it was too thick for the stem. So I unraveled that, and I took two strands that were in it, and I'm just hot gluing it in the back, and I'm wrapping both of those around, and that actually made the perfect thickness. I'm adding hot glue wherever it's necessary, especially on the top, because I wanted to cover all that plastic, that it's not visible at all. If you're doing this, please use protectors. My hands are very resistant to the heat, so I didn't, but please use protectors. Okay, this is how my pumpkin looks like. Now I'm going to take this kind of a shadow box. It's actually signed from the Dollar Tree, and I will mix a white and a black acrylic paint, and I got this dark gray color, and I'm gonna paint this whole shadow box from the inside and the sides as well. And this is how it turned out, and the sides are already, they were already there when I bought them, so that looks beautiful. Okay, now I'm just attaching with the hot glue my pumpkin right in the middle of the shadow box. And then I thought it was a little bit plain. I wanted to use a small brush and a black acrylic paint and just go over the frames, edges of this frame. So this is how it turned out at the end. I love how elegant but rustic this is. I think it's just so beautiful, minimalist, and that's what I actually like. And I don't know, I want to hear what do you guys think about this one. You heard me, I love it, but I want to hear your opinion and tell me, would you maybe recreate it? Friends, for all of you that are new that are coming from this collaboration, welcome. I'm Yelena, stay-at-home mom of two kids. I love crafting. I love DIYs. Everything is on a budget, and mostly some rustic and farmhouse style, but I do a lot of minimalist and modern as well. I'm on a social media. If you're there, come and join me, say hi. I want to also remind you that my regular upload times are Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. Let's go now and start with DIY number 3, last one for today. Okay, for this project, I'm using a napkin ring from the Dollar Tree, and I will just use a regular white spray paint, and I will paint it. While that's drying, I'm taking jumbo sticks, craft sticks from Walmart, and I'm taking one piece, and I'm just kind of freehanding with a pencil acorn shape. So when I was done with that, when I was happy the way it looks like, I'm just cutting it out with scissors, and this is what I was left with, like a little egg pretty much. So now I'm going to sand the edges, and when I was done sanding it, I'm gonna go ahead and I will mix this white, black, and pumpkin color of acrylic paint to have this kind of grayish brownish color, and I'm gonna paint my acorn on both sides. So when my acorn was dried, I'm gonna add some white and some ivory. One is acrylic, one is chalk paint, and I will just dry brush both sides. That way, you know, it will just give the texture to this acorn. Okay, when this part is done, I'm taking this kind of a, I don't know, brownish felt material, and I cut out small pieces that I'm gonna hot glue on the one side of this acorn, so the top part of the acorn, and I will, as you're gonna see over here, I will actually have 2 layers, and I'm just using hot glue to attach it. And I'm attaching also one little piece at the end just to make sure that everything looks nice and clear. And then I'm also creating one stem from this craft stick as well and attaching it. After that, I just used that paintbrush to distress those that felt a little bit to make it look nicer. Okay, now that everything is done and my napkin ring is dry, I'm taking white jute twine, or actually cotton twine from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just wrapping it a little bit on the top of this napkin ring where it opens and closes, just so I can be able to securely attach this acorn, because otherwise on a plastic it might fall off. Now this is what I was left with. I'm gonna just put 2 dabs of hot glue on that jute twine and attach my acorn. And that is going to be it for this napkin ring. This was so simple to make, yet it makes statement for your dinner parties, or just, you know, you can put it on the shelf and it can be just a decor piece. But I think it's so beautiful. It was so inexpensive and easy to make. And as always, I would like to hear what you guys think. If you like this video and my products, please give it a thumbs up. It means so much to me and it helps my channel to get promoted by YouTube. Also, share my video, somebody might find it useful. If you're new, subscribe, I would really like to have you. Make sure to go ahead and check out the playlist in the description box to see what everybody created. And now I want to hear from you, which one was your favorite, number 1, number 2, or number 3? Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!